Everybody, good evening.
Hi.
Today, hi Purnima, we have one of the uh, guests and I should say presenter, Miss Purnima Agrawal. She is EdTech program lead. Basically, we are going to talk about my view board, right? This is kind of whiteboard which we use for the virtual classes and quite easy to use. Even it can work in the Android, and that is what the great feature that it can work with very smoothly in the Android versions of mobile phones. So we will be talking about my view board today, and Ms. Purnima will be there to demonstrate. So the topic is simplifying creativity with my view board. So how let's see creativity, of course, is itself is a creative word, but sometimes we consider it as it is a difficult word. But yeah, of course, because creativity cannot be learned. It is simply could be bring into the habits. It's not something which we just learn from the book or internet and that could be done. No. So it's we always try to make the things creative and creative, and especially when we come to the scenario of learning and teaching, then of course creativity has its very important role. So yeah, we are going to talk about my view board, and we have Miss Purnima Agrawal. Hi Purnima,
Hi, Imtiyaz. Good evening. Thanks
good
for having
evening.
me here.
That's our pleasure to have you here on our GEG platform. So let me just introduce Purnima Agrawal. She is Education Program Management and at a tech leader. She is ESL trainer as well. She has been ESL trainer and of course a freelance trainer. So she has been keep providing the training for the uh, different platform, and especially for the school pedagogy and English language of course, and education schools. So yeah, we have she's here. What we are going to talk, it is my view board. What is my view board? So as I have already introduced you a little bit about the my view board, it is a kind of whiteboard. We will be keep sharing so many links and for the links of the resources, basically how to download from where to download for the Android version, or you can use whiteboard on the browser, any of your browser. So yeah, that I will be doing. So hi Purnima, it's your time. We are all waiting you to see the creativity, how and the main and basically the features of my whiteboard. Sorry, my viewboard. Uh, yeah, so stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much, Imtiyaz, for such a warm welcome. And again, it's my pleasure to be associated with you, with the GAG Lucknow group, and all the educators out there who are currently watching us. And you have spared your time to take out this time to learn something new, something more, how to make your classes more creative, more engaging, and more interesting for the students. And that is why I'm here to help you with that. Of course, when it came to online education, and when it came to taking online classes, the biggest challenge was for teachers was how to be more creative. I totally understand that.
Right.
And that is why here we are providing a solution to simplify that urge to, or that need to be creative in teaching online, so that the online classrooms don't become boring or monotonous for the students. So, ViewSonic India has its product called myViewBoard, and that is what we are going to talk about. So, myViewBoard is an interactive whiteboard application software which is free of cost, available for all the teachers. That's one thing I would like to mention. Now, it's not limited to be used only on particular hardware device. You can always use this device. I'll just share my screen and show all the features of it. But just the brief intro about it, that you can download this application software from our website, myviewboard.com. I'll share the links with you, and from there, while signing up, you can download. And in your laptops which has operating system of Windows 10 and above, this application software works very well, very fine, and it's ready for you to use. So I'll just share my screen and show a short demonstration, how you can go around and work with your my viewboard. So let me just share. Okay, so I think currently you can view my screen right now.
Yes, Purva, we can see now, and please go ahead. And I'm here in case you need any help. I'm just
Sure.
take my name. I will be.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So to get
go ahead.
started with myViewBoard, you need to type myviewboard.com, very simple, and in your browser, and this is how our website will look like. Now, when I talk about my view board application software, now as a teacher, when it came to me to take online classes, this was actually a challenge that I want to use a lot of multimedia, a lot of PDF files, image files, and as well as video files, audio files. So my viewboard is one that all-in-one kind of multi-purpose platform where you get seamless integration and access to put all these multimedia tools onto one system and share that lesson planning or activities with your students. So I will see how you can get started. So you go to myviewboard.com, and here you have on my screen where I'm showing, you have the option of sign in. Currently, if you're using it first time, it will ask you the option of sign up. So by simply creating your account in your name, email ID, and your password, you can sign in. I'm already signed in through my viewboard account. And if you can click on this shortcuts also, you can simply sign in. Or if you don't have an account, you simply click on the link sign up. So I will sign in with my preloaded account. So as to show you, so once you are signing up and then you have signed in, this whole process is again free of cost. What you can do is that you can click on this download. And when you click on this download option, you get multiple options. Now, for the teachers who are using myViewBoard on their laptops, it would be more convenient if you try to use it on laptop. But even apart from that, if you have any kind of flat panel or interactive flat panels, you can simply download it from Google Play Store as well. So this is the Windows icon where you have to download the myViewBoard. So I click on that, and currently I have already downloaded, so I'll skip that part. So that's how my setup gets downloaded. Once it's downloaded, you need to click and get it open up. Now, the thing is that first time when you will be using that one, let me just share another screen. Okay. Yeah, just a minute. Okay. So first of all, once you have downloaded and you will open the My Board, it will look like this, My View Board. Now, um, initially, since you are the first time downloading, you will be able to access all the basic features of My View Board free of cost. Now, there are certain features which are available in premium version. Do not worry about it. We will guide you about the process, that how you can access all the premium versions. So this is the step I mentioned for the teachers who are currently downloading the software along with me step by step. So they might ask whenever I start with the demonstration that this feature is not there or that feature is not there. So don't worry, we will be guiding you about the process to get registered with us for your premium version of myViewBoard. So don't worry about it. Now, once you get all the access, your account is also activated, everything is fine. You click on this bottom corner where small icon is there. You can see that these are my login credentials. Now, in order to save the work you are doing on your myViewBoard or anything, any feature you want to access seamlessly, it's very important that you are always signed in. Otherwise, even if you're not signed in, then also it will work fine. And first tool which I want to talk about, which is very crucial for every teacher, is that pen tool. So this pen tool is the one which can be helpful for you to annotate anything on top of your whiteboard, and I can use my cursor like this, and even if I have to draw some circuit diagram like this, so I find it particularly useful for this. So see, it's so convenient for me as a science teacher to talk about certain things like this. Now, apart from this, the apart from the pen feature, we have an exclusive feature of AI pen, that is artificial intelligence pen. Now, just like an artificial intelligence technology is working by reading your mind and reading your mood, in the same way, AI pen read into your thoughts. So, we teachers, we are really not very good with diagrams sometimes. So, AI pen makes it very easy for you. Supposedly, I want to take a photo or take a picture of a bulb here, a light bulb, electric bulb, and I really am not sure the kind of figure I can draw. So I will draw a rough out sketch of the figure I want, and you can see on my screen that there are so many options being thrown at me by AI pen, and which I can select according to my wish. So suppose if I find that this particular figure is suitable, or similar looking to this light bulb, this is not exactly what I tried to draw. So that I can select from here. So I just simply have to drag and drop that image here and I'll be able to use it. So these are the options. See, light bulb, I can see another option here. Now I can change the colors also. I'll just show you how. So I can select this one, I can zoom in, zoom out. Like this, I can work on my viewboard. And when you click on this particular image, you have the option that if you want to fill it with any particular color, you can fill it like this, and voila, you have that image which you have always been wanted in your lessons. So this is actually one interesting feature, that pen can be used for highlighting here as a paintbrush, for AI pen to insert any kind of images. Another extra feature of our pen tool is that you can use it to annotate or draw on top of any image or any text you are putting in your whiteboard. So I'll just quickly show you how. If you have to add a new page, you click on this plus button at the bottom. And now I will take certain image from Google. And you see, this is also an interesting feature of my viewboard. When I click on this magic box, this icon of magic box, I have this image search option. So if I want some image, Google image search, so I have those options and I can directly see that all the Google image searches are there with me, whatever I wanted to select, and I can simply drag and drop that image. So this is another example of seamless integration with Google services, that even if you don't want to leave my viewboard and want to work here, so you can simply use this magic box and go to image search, click on the image you generally find on Google or Google Chrome. So you can simply use those images as your tools here. So right now I'll show you how I'll annotate. So for example, if I want to, show the relationship in this photograph with some arrows, so that's how I can do it. I can change the color and I can draw on top of it. So this is what I meant with annotation, that any kind of image you can export from Google image search, which is very well integrated in my viewboard, and then you can annotate on top of it. Isn't it interesting? Now, moving ahead, I mean, this is what pen tool and how image search will work for you. Talking about some other Google tools, how many times it has happened with you that it's always a good idea to see certain YouTube video and show it to students related to the complex topic you're trying to explain, because when a person or a child sees the image and sees the picture moving and some video, it's scientifically proven that it remains in our mind for a longer time. So using that technique, we are providing you YouTube integration as well. So now suppose I want to search here functioning of heart. Let's take this complex topic of biology. And from here I see a lot of interesting videos are coming up And I can select the useful one for me. Just drag and drop it here, and I'll play, and you'll see the video is being played.
Blood flows from the right atrium into the right ventricle.
So, like this, you can always imbibe, or you can always integrate any kind of YouTube video or content you have created or uploaded on your YouTube channel and show it to your kids. So this is something, another useful feature for you, and you can also take screenshots. So right now I'll just show you, see if there is some nice image I got in the video. I have taken a screenshot. I can crop it however I want, and I'll keep it like this. So this is another example of how seamlessly Google services are integrated in myViewBoard. And to talk about some subject specific tools. So it's not only limited to some theoretical subject. When we talk about complex subject like maths, we have a number of tools to help the maths teachers to make the concepts easier. And for that, you need to again go to Magic Box. Then you go to tools here, and you see we have rural to scale here like this, which you can shorten or enlarge according to your need. And when I use a pen tool along with this, so that's how I can, use it to draw parallel lines. So now my strokes are getting very bold. I can reduce the width of it, and that's how I can draw, change my scale in any direction I want, like this, and then further draw some parallel lines. So that way you can work around it, and then I can use it to show angles here. These are the angles we talk about. We generally talk that sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree, if I remember my maths concepts right. So this way you can use maths tools. So you go to the tools option, and another fun tool is this of compass here. So you see I can draw a circle also, which is otherwise not possible for me to draw on a white screen. So by mistake, if I made anything gone away, so I can use this redo option here like this. So that's how I can select. And this circle can be further moved anywhere you want. You can reduce the diameter, or you can reduce the size of it like this, and we'll let the compass go. So that's how you can work with some of the maths tools here. I'll be very brief about it. Of course, these tools are for you to explore further. Similarly, you can see the stopwatch in order to give students a sense of examination feeling whenever you're taking some online test or some small assessment. So you can use the stopwatch online. It All of this works in the same way as I'm sharing my screen and showing it to you. That way also you can use, whether you are taking your classes through Google Meet or through Zoom. So either way, you can share your screen and you can show the work being done on your myViewBoard if you are taking like this. But if you want to present, like all of this I have already done and I just want to present it to my students. So I click on this present mode. I'll go to this present mode, and right now I'll be just showing the work which I have done on my viewboard. So that's how I'll be showing. And all of these features can work still. I'll switch back to my create mode. Now, I would like to talk about another useful feature, that is background management. The whiteboard gets boring for the students as well. So now you see in background management, when you click on this icon, you have options where you can change the color of background however you want. Supposedly, I don't want to work on the black one or the white one by default, so I can change it however I want, like this. So these are the ways I can switch. Also, I have the option that myViewBoard provides you with some preloaded or pre-existing templates like this, which you can use as background. For that, you click on this myViewBoard Originals, and you will see that subject related certain backgrounds are coming up like this. This is science, and when I click on, for example, this is geography. So let's see. Again, the most complex one to talk about maps. You need not worry about it now because we provide each and every continent's or country's map in physical as well as political format. Like this, you can see on my screen while I'm scrolling. You'll get the maps of India also, and you can use it as a background and then use it in your social studies classes to make it all the way more entertaining for students to learn. So I'll select this one. So for example, here I'm talking about the seven wonders of the world, and that's how I can use this tool. Apart from this, if you want to make customize as well, you can simply use the option of add background images, and you can search from your this system that any kind of image you want to upload. And the another interesting feature is that I can still annotate on top of it. So let me use my feature and show it to you. So if there is anything I want to talk about like this, I can annotate on top of it. So that's how I can do. And I'll take another background, and we'll talk about certain other few more features which can be helpful for you as teachers. So you see, if you want to integrate certain geometry figures like this, so we have this option of 3D images, 4D images as well, like this you can do. And you can change, you can change the colors from here. If you want to fill in this shape, you can select, let me select this one. So you can fill in, and you want to show, you can show like that. So this is the way for younger kids also. And if I want to write something on my viewboard and I find it quite difficult to draw or with my cursor, so we have this option of text editor. So from here, I get this option like this. I think I have written the wrong spelling. So that's how you can write, or if you want to write about area of a cube. This is something I want to write as my heading, which I can further make bold, italics, underline, can change the color. Like this I can do. And whatever I have written, sometimes for differently able students or even for the younger classes for pronunciation related, if you want these words to be spoken, we have this option called immersive text reader. So you can see on my screen, there is this book icon with speaker sign. I click on it, and we'll just see how it plays whatever I have written the text on my screen.
Area of a cube. Area of a cube.
So like this, you can make use of both the text writing option, text editor option, as well as if you want to dictate it, not in your language, or to show it to your students, you can simply use this texted immersive reader option. This tool, again, I find it quite useful in the sense that there are so many things I want to write and import. So if there is any way I can do it, or write on my screen, so I have this option of text editor. Now that brings me to the point where I want to import any kind of PDF file or any kind of docs file. There must be a question in your mind that I have already prepared something on my PDF or my PPT on my docs. So how to bring that on my viewboard? Don't worry about it also. We have the option again that you go to the magic box and you see here you get the option It will show you all the file formats which are compatible with myViewBoard: image, video, audio, PPT, docs, PDF, VBoard. So like this, you can always download any kind of PDF file. So for example, NCRT book are freely available in PDF format. You can download those NCRT books and then you can bring it over here. I'll just show you quickly how I have downloaded one PDF file and some NCRT book, and how it's going to get exported here. So now I have the option that I can select the pages I don't want to import. So these are the, let me just deselect one. Let me just select initial 3 pages, and I have the option whether I want to import it in a landscape mode or in a portrait mode. I'll select the portrait mode. So you see now I have selected pages of my PDF being imported. I can move and I can even work around this. I can select, I can work or annotate on top of this. So only Excel sheet or Google sheet is something which is not compatible. Rest every other file format is compatible. So if there is any image file you want to integrate, that is also there, and that can also be done. You can simply download in your systems and then you can import. So whatever work I have done so far, I can see all the options here, and if I have to delete some unwanted file, I can click on this cross button and I can do that. But if I have to download or keep it as my document, this particular all work on myViewBoard is saved in the format of by default .olf, that is open learning format. But if you want to save it in your PDF format or any image format, you again have the liberty to do that. So for that, we go to File Manager. First of all, we save this file. I'll save it on my desktop. So I'll go by the name YouTube GEG. Let's save it like that in .olf format. After that, we go to File Manager and I go to click on Export. And from here, I can select the option in which format I want this particular file. So I want it in PDF. So I will save it as YouTube GG in the format of PDF and click on save. And that's how my whole complete work which I have done on here can be saved in PDF, which you can further use to share it with your students, with the management as your lesson plan. That can be done. So only drawback would be that whatever YouTube video you have integrated will not be played in PDF, of course. That goes without saying. But otherwise, every other work which you have done will be available. Any annotation, anything you have worked on it will be available in the PDF. So these are some of the useful features of myViewBoard, which I also feel that can always come handy for teachers when we talk
Yeah,
about.
that's
Yeah,
that's perfect. I mean,
yeah,
there are so many features which are extremely excellent, and the good thing is that I have found that the users have the access to search anything within the board only within the same platform. So this
right,
is a
right.
very good tool. Second thing
Yeah,
is Android compatibility.
right,
I
right.
was thinking about one question was coming into my mind, like how is there any possibility of collaboration, like so many people can work on the same work, or same, like students can also annotate the same board,
Okay.
so how we
Yeah, that
there.
Yeah, so that feature is also there. And I mean, whenever if an individual teacher is working on their software or on downloading on their laptop, so that is one thing they can work, and how students can share their ideas or share their view. That we can show in the subsequent sessions. That I'll keep it for the next session. I can show about it. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you say that physically, at one time, if I'm presenting, can somebody else work on my that? That becomes a little bit of a challenge here, because since it's my view board, so I'll be the only one authorized to working at one time. But of course I
Okay.
can invite, what I can do is that I have this option that if you are enrolled in my classroom, if you are there with me, so you, whatever work you have done, or any PDF file or any image file you want me to show on my screen, that can be shown. And then there is this option where we divide the screen into 5 to 6 segments according to the students group, where students sitting in their system can also work. So that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
something I'll keep it for the next time, because that takes another session to be explained.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that
so
can be
perfect.
done.
And that
Yeah.
will be easy because the first thing is that we should start working or using the myViewBoard, and of course there are the advanced features, so we will be getting into
Yeah,
advanced
that's
features
what.
gradually, not
In
all
fact,
at a
Google
time.
Classroom is very well integrated with myViewBoard. So whatever
Okay, yeah,
Google
yeah.
assignment you create using Classroom, so that can also be. But again, I'll keep it for the next sessions.
No, no, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Because yeah, nowadays most of the schools and teachers are using Google Classroom, and every time even me as as a teacher, I always look for that I directly I can share my stuff to the student and they don't bother like finding here and there.
Right.
So yeah, otherwise we keep sharing the links through the different platforms. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's completely fine. And yeah, it is of course one of the greatest tool. So is there any other technical requirement to use this?
Not as such. I mean, you simply need your laptop, a good
Yeah,
Wi-Fi
yeah.
connection or internet connection, and Windows 10 and above operating system, and you're good to go. So that's the
Hmm.
basic requirement for it to function seamlessly. Rest, nothing special is required. Of course, if the teachers or the school authorities, they have touch screen kind of system,
Yeah,
so it
then it
will also
becomes
more
fine.
seamless.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so that
correct.
is also,
Kind of
otherwise,
kind of pen tablets or something. If you have, then it
yeah,
become
I
more
was
easy,
coming to that.
right?
Even if you
Yeah.
don't have a touchscreen one, so ViewSonic India have their own pen display, and
Okay.
that's another product we have for the teachers, where you can simply, using a stylus and a pen
Uh-huh.
display, and even if your touchscreen laptop is not there, so you can work on my viewboard like that. So you can
Okay.
simply create content for your YouTube classes or for your channel like that for teachers. It's pen display is also there. So the link for it also I'll provide in at the end of the discussion in the chat box. This video will be
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I
And
have
also,
shared most of
yeah,
the links for from the myViewBoard whiteboard
okay.
link, downloading link, and few of the links I have already shared.
Yeah,
So
most
in case
other
anything.
things, interested people can follow us on ViewSonic Classroom page on Facebook, and we have
Mhm.
our community goes by the name My View Board
Yes,
Educators
yes,
Community,
yes.
which is
That I
growing
have
day
shared.
by day. Yeah, so you
Yeah, of
can,
course. Like we all are, see, it's simply everybody is learning from each other and finding
that's
the
true.
resources from
Yeah,
different platforms. So
absolutely right thing
yeah,
said by you. Yeah.
I would ask, I would like to get the question from the participants if they have any query regarding the MyView board. They can also ask the question.
Yeah.
By the way, I have found it very easy. I mean, in using, and mostly the things are the features that it has great features to use the board. And of course, like whenever we are watching, I just went when I went through the website and was going through,
Hmm.
the product. So
Mhm.
we provide some kind of, the tools for the in-person classrooms also when we have the in-person classroom. So, I mean, any idea would you like to give?
Okay. In-person classroom means?
I mean, like we have the classroom, we are in the school campus and the classrooms are there. So is it like we have a, separate kind of board or digital board for the classrooms, or it is only the
Okay.
for the virtual purpose?
Okay, so it goes both ways. Like if you have
Yeah.
any kind of large projector or anything like that, you simply connect it with your laptop, and this
Hmm.
particular work which you are doing on my viewboard can be showcased on the larger screen for the students
Hmm.
while taking in offline classroom. Otherwise, you have this option of downloading my viewboard application also in .apk format, which is again useful for you to if you have any kind of flat panel or a large screen where you show some digital classroom content. So there also you can download our application, and because it's compatible on Android as well, so you can open on the larger screen and then you can start working. That is also there. So both ways it works.
I got a question that can we, I mean, how to use myViewBoard in hybrid teaching? So when we are in the mode of hybrid, because this is the time when we are getting into, after blending to hybrid learning and teaching. So
Yeah.
now this is getting, a quite challenge for the educators.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I mean, if you have any kind of, if you would like to share something in this regard, it would be great for the other participants.
I'm glad that somebody from the audience actually put up that question, because ViewSonic and my viewboard per se is actually a complete solution for all the needs of your hybrid teaching, in the sense that there are multiple components in hybrid teaching. First of all, and the very basic one which goes is that how to provide an online and offline classroom experience, whether whether we are talking about the times where students are completely attending online classes, and also the time where some of the students are attending offline classes while some of them are not able to attend. So in both the cases, for the first scenario where you are taking online classes, of course, which I mentioned that it has seamless integration with Microsoft, with Google. We do have, so you can stream, you can share your screen and showcase whatever work you want to do as a teacher on the board. That is one thing you can do. Secondly, whatever work or lesson plan you have created, you can simply download it in PDF format or any video format. So there are other features of video recording, screen
Okay.
recording, where I, as a teacher, if I want to explain with my face, with my facial expressions, with my hand gestures, can record that on screen, and that I can save it in my MP4 format and share it with my students. So isn't
Oh,
it amazing that if a student is
that's
absent
really
or not
amazing.
able to attend the class, so in that way also you can create your content and share. You don't have to worry for 100 things, that how would I, what kind of software I should be using or what kind of app
Yeah.
should I be using. You just need to do, everything is there in this one particular software. So
Yeah. So like the
that is,
solution for all
yeah.
kind of problems.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what. So of course, and then when I talk about the hybrid one, then we do have the flat panels. We do have interactive flat panels which support my viewboard seamlessly once again. And then I talked about the pen display for the teachers who are not having the laptops with the touch screen. So that's how you can use the pen display to create your lessons and content. That's what we have been doing also internally. And even if I have to take some classes, I have tried that thing, so it does bring interest to the students imagination. So yeah, that's how you can go about, that's the starting point for your hybrid classes in the hybrid
perfect.
learning. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, thank you for Purnima for so many information and providing such a great demonstration on your board. And yeah, of course, like participant would have got some idea and definitely would have learned so many things. And as you said, that it is a complete solution for blended or hybrid learning. This is we all educators are now bothering and getting it as a challenge because it is going to be not easy, of course.
Yeah,
So that's
and I
great.
understand that
I got
a
one
lot
more
of
question,
the,
I think.
yeah.
Can we edit the prior lesson plans in my viewboards in order to make it more creative?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, that is another feature. That was the question which came to my mind when I first tried my hands on my viewboard. I was like, there is so much work I have done on docs. There's so much work I've done on PPT. So I showed you that option that you can click on that my magic box, and there you can bring your PPT file or any PDF file or any docs file you can import to your myViewBoard, and then you can annotate on top of it or use the highlighter option, any image, any video. In fact, this is what I was going to say, that if you follow us on our Facebook group, that's where I have shared certain lesson plans also, which I have created for, suppose, for physics, or even my colleagues further who are the educators, they have also shared. So you'll get a lot of ideas there as well. So even if you miss out on anything, I would recommend you to please follow the community, follow our page.
Yes, so the link
All
is
the
already
basics.
there on the chat box. Educators
Yeah,
can follow the community, can be part of the community, and of course you can. And if you have, any critical question which you are not anyway getting, then you can directly approach
yeah.
to Miss Purnima or to us. You can approach. We can make the connection to them. So yeah, these are few things because we are the community, and of course we are just helping each other through the
That's
different
right.
things. So. Okay, thank you so much, Purnima, and thank you so much all the participants for joining and getting something new. And of course, we are going to utilize. I'm the day I have connected, I have started doing using, and actually I'm in the hybrid mode because even I'm taking few
I
going
am
in that
looking
way. So
forward to some lesson plans from you, Imtiaz. You have to share
yeah,
with
definitely.
us
I'm
soon.
going to share soon. I'm going to share.
Yeah.
Even I'm working on that. So I will be, sharing some lesson plans, and the other people also who are the participant today, they can also design and share with us. We will be definitely, sharing through our other platforms so that other teacher also, other educator also get a little bit help from us. So yes,
Yeah, that's right.
thank you so much, Munima, for joining us and for being a part of GG Lucknow here, and we are really thankful.
It's my pleasure, Imtiaz. Thank you so much. Thank you, audience, for being there with us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.